What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Twinkle Hype. If you thought Hollywood had already delivered its most shocking stories, think again, because what we're talking about today is absolutely devastating and honestly hard to process. A legendary director, a beloved Hollywood figure, a man whose movies shaped generations is gone along with his wife, and the person accused of being responsible is their own son. This story is tragic, shocking, and unbelievable all at the same time, and by the end of this video you're going to understand why the entire world is talking about it. Before we get into it, make sure you hit like, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments because this is one of those stories that leaves everyone with questions. Rob Reiner was more than just a director. He was Hollywood royalty. For decades, his work defined entire eras of film. He brought us coming-of-age classics, unforgettable love stories, intense courtroom dramas, and movies that people still quote decades later. His films weren't just successful, they were timeless. Generations grew up watching them, and many filmmakers today cite him as an inspiration. Beyond the screen, Rob Reiner was seen as passionate, outspoken, and deeply committed to his craft and his beliefs. He was married to Michelle Singer Reiner, an accomplished photographer and creative force in her own right. Together they built a life that from the outside looked successful, creative, and stable. But behind closed doors, the Reiner family had been dealing with something many families face, but few talk about publicly. Their son, Nick Reiner, struggled with addiction for years. Nick grew up surrounded by fame, opportunity, and creative influence, but his life took a very different path. As a teenager, he began battling substance abuse, and that battle followed him into adulthood. Over the years, Nick reportedly entered rehab multiple times. There were periods when he was homeless and completely disconnected from the life many assumed he lived. Addiction doesn't care about wealth, fame, or last names, and this family learned that the hardest way possible. Rob Reiner didn't hide from his son's struggles. In fact, he tried to turn pain into purpose. He directed a film inspired by Nick's life and addiction journey, hoping it would help others and maybe even help his son heal. At the time, Nick spoke openly about recovery and the support he received from his family. There was hope that things were turning around. From the outside, it looked like a family fighting through something together. Then, everything changed. In December, authorities were called to the Reiner family home in Brentwood. When first responders arrived, they discovered Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner dead inside the house. The news alone was devastating, but what followed sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. Their son, Nick Reiner, was taken into custody and booked on suspicion of murder. The idea that a Hollywood legend and his wife could be killed in their own home was horrifying. The idea that their own child could be involved was almost impossible to comprehend. As details slowly emerged, the story became even heavier. Investigators launched a homicide investigation, and Nick was arrested the same day. Reports indicated violent deaths and a deeply troubling scene. While many details remain under investigation, the arrest alone was enough to stun the world. Social media exploded with disbelief, grief, and confusion. Fans who grew up watching Rob Reiner's films struggled to reconcile the joyful memories of his work with the violent tragedy of his death. Hollywood reacted with shock and heartbreak. Actors, directors, and creatives who worked with Rob shared stories of his kindness, mentorship, and passion. Fans expressed sympathy not only for the victims, but for the family as a whole. This wasn't just celebrity news. This was a deeply human tragedy unfolding in public view. Many people began asking hard questions about addiction, mental health, and family dynamics. Nick's struggles were known and long documented. Addiction can push people into dark places and affect entire families in devastating ways. While nothing excuses violence, the conversation around prevention, support, and mental health has become louder because of this case. As of now, Nick Reiner remains in custody facing extremely serious charges. The legal process is just beginning, and there are many unanswered questions. What exactly happened inside that house? What events led up to that night? Could this tragedy have been prevented? These are questions investigators, the courts, and the public will continue to grapple with. This story serves as a painful reminder that fame does not protect families from tragedy. Wealth does not erase addiction. And even the most successful lives can hide unimaginable pain. Now I want to hear from you. Were you shocked when you heard this story? What are your thoughts on how this tragedy unfolded? Do you think Hollywood talks enough about addiction and mental health? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video informative or thought-provoking, make sure to like it, share it with others, and subscribe to Twinkle Hype for more breaking stories, deep dives, and discussions. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates as this case develops. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.